Yo, what up, you cats? My Escape 20 here, and today, guys, what I have for you here today is the Nisha Loadout guide for Borderlands, the pre-sequel. And today we're going to be looking at all the guns and gears for Nisha and how it benefits each build for the skill points that we looked at. So if you forgot about what the skills that we looked at, you can go ahead and check out the different builds on the box right there, or as well you can click the informational card and it'll link you directly to that video. So first thing we're going to be looking at is the pistol build. So we went over two builds. There was the dual pistol build, and then there was the bulky combat, which was the survive and thrive. So we're going to be looking at both of those. But before I go ahead and start, I just want to say I went ahead and I streamed last night and I had a blast. I had some people come out and, you know, just kind of hang out, and I met some new people, and my girlfriend Amanda actually came in the chat, and things got a little crazy. But I just want to really go ahead and thank the people that came out and made my night a lot of fun. So that's pretty much what all I'm going to say about that for now. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and jump right into the gear build. So first thing we want to do for our dual pistol build is the Maggie. So if you guys remember, we want to focus on non-elemental guns. So there is a skill that means there's a skill in the Nisha skill point guide where, you know, all non-elemental guns, they do bonus damage, and then they eventually do elemental damage. So the non-elemental do bonus damage, have higher damage anyway, and now do elemental damage. So we want to be focusing mostly on the Jacobs class. So the Maggie is a fantastic pistol to use. It's one of those things where you kind of can't go wrong. The Maggie is super strong. The double penetrating unkempt Herald is really good as well, but you don't get the bonus stats for that, but the gun on its own is fantastic. So if you have that instead of the Maggie, I mean, that works just as well. So next is the Striker. I really like using this because a lot of the skills have to do with firing from the hip, and shotguns are fantastic when doing that, especially when using your skill. Your shotguns become, I personally think, a little bit stronger than your actual pistol, it feels like. I don't know. It just depends sometimes, but yeah, it's very, very strong. The Skull Smasher is fantastic as well. It's one of those Jacobs non-elemental where headshots amplify your crit. So, you know, anything tough targets that your hip-fire dual-wielding pistols or your shotgun can't reach, the Skull Smasher will take care of that for you. And then the final thing is the Bowfly. Now, the Bowfly is a corrosive pistol. Now, I can't remember. I don't know if you can have different types of elements with the Bowfly, but I'm pretty sure it's just corrosive only. I'm like 98% sure about that. But mine was corrosive, and it really helped against armored targets. So things that you can't really go through. So when you're doing this, a lot of the elements that are inflicted would be incendiary damage and stuff like that. So it doesn't really work against armored stuff. So you really need a corrosive gun to really help get through that. So on the shield, I like using the Kayla a lot. It's basically just like the Sham, but has elemental. Mine was shock, and it absorbs 26%. It has a 26% absorb chance. So that's going to be very important. You want to be able to have tons and tons of ammo when you're playing Nisha, because you're going to go through them like very, very quickly. So that's why I like the Kayla a lot, because it helps, like, if you slam down, you can break shields and stuff as well. Next thing we're going to be focusing on is the class mod, and I use the Celestial class mod. For Nisha, there's really no other class mod that's as good as that. I mean, there's another legendary that's like still pretty good that does, you get from the Holodome, and it does some freeze damage and blah blah blah, and that might be helpful in the melee build, but the Celestial class mod for Nisha is pretty much just unbeatable. Like, it's just too good not to have. The Oz kit, I like the support relay a lot. So if you guys remember what that one is, it's gun damage per O2, and it's plus 16%. And then, so okay, let me rephrase that. So basically, you get this from a side mission where, if I remember right, you donate 50 common weapons, and you get this. And so basically, the more oxygen you have, the more gun damage you have. And so the capped out thing on mine was 168 oxygen, and it's 0.16% of your gun damage per oxygen. So you can imagine you're going to be doing a lot of damage with this. And this build is all about damage. So we want to just be as strong as possible at all time. The grenade, I like the longbow fire leech. Now, you can really use any grenade you want. It's kind of like a no choice thing as well. But I like the longbow effect a lot because, just like I said, if you're not able to reach some things, the grenade can really help turn the tides. So, that's why I really like the longbow on this class. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and now go over to the bulky combat survive and thrive build. So it's kind of just like the other one, but we're going to be focusing on different things. So the gun I like to use is the Viral Marketeer, and that is a shotgun that I really like. It is a corrosive shotgun. You can also use the Moxie's Vibra Pulse if you want, because it will help heal you, and it's all about staying alive. So those are kind of the two interchangeable things you can do. Either one is fine. The next gun I like to use is the Thorny Old Rose, and I use that as shock to help really take down shields. Also, I like using the Torrent, and I use that Incinerary, and that is a very nice SMG. So personally, I just liked it Incinerary because, you know, it's easier just to go through flesh and everything, and, you know, it just helps overall. And then the final thing I like to use is the Chirophobia. Now, the Chirophobia, the reason why you use this is there are other rocket launchers that could potentially be better. Now, you could be using like the Duke Nukem, or you could be using, you know, just some like massive rocket launcher that no one's ever heard of. But the Chirophobia, the reason the Chirophobia is good is when you're down, you know, you can use a rocket launcher, which is really nice to get back up. But also, if you're kind of low on health, you can fire your rocket launcher, and the things that do not die will be frozen. So that gives you time to escape and keep your stacks and kind of regen health and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like a utility based thing. Now, you can obviously switch this out if you wanted to use, like, you know, an Excalibastard instead of like the Viral Marketeer or something like that, and use a better rocket launcher. But the reason why we like this is because it's an AoE freeze, and that could be coming a lot of handy. So yeah, next thing we're going to do is do the Rerouter. Now, the Rerouter is actually a new shield that came out with the newest DLC. So what it is an amp drain that heals you. So it's just like an amp, just like the B shield, but the B shield has 0 amp drain, which is broken. But you know, they end up nerfing that. But the Rerouter, what it does is, obviously it does a ton of amp damage. But when the amp drain comes, every time it amp drain, it heals you. So it's like you're doing a ton of damage, just like this, right? The longer we're alive, the more damage we're doing. But we're going to be doing a ton of damage, but we're going to be healing for everything that it takes away from us. So it's a very nice shield, especially on kind of like bruiser type builds where we do a lot of damage, but we still are very tanky as well. And so I find that a very nice shield for what we're trying to do here. This Celestial Lawbringer is just like the class mod, same thing. It's super strong, can't really beat it. Support Relay, same thing. I haven't really found one that I thought was better. And Grenade I like to use was 4 Seasons, so that kind of, it really, like I said, really any grenade you use on these two builds doesn't really matter. If it's a legendary, I would say use it, as long as it's kind of near the same level as you. You don't want to be using a level 2 legendary at level 50, obviously, but you know, as long as it's around the same level, you can still put out damage and still kill stuff. I mean, that's really all that matters. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions in the comments below, please let me know. If you have a better build, please let me know as well. I'd like to learn, and I think we all would as well. So, yeah. So anyway, previous video is the Wilhelm loadout guide. So if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you go ahead and check that out. And featured video is the Maya as Nisha. So basically, if you just can't get enough as Nisha, you can go back to Borderlands 2, play Maya, and dress just like Nisha. So, yeah, so anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you want to see more videos just like this one, please leave a thumbs up. Also, best way to contact me is on Twitter at MyHeroEscape20. And if you want to see me play this game live, go to twitch.tv/MyHeroEscape20. So I think I'm going to be streaming again today, guys, pretty much all day. So I hope you guys stick around to that. And I'll also make a video saying I'm streaming. So anyway, yeah. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, peace!